Alright, we're back with another fantasy draft, this time with Pinnacle Cup V, a smaller online tournament with a measly prize pool of 50k when compared to the bigger Tier 1 tournament. But I think we have some interesting names here. We have Astralis, Furia, Monty, Eternal Fire, Aurora. Some good teams in there, some good online teams. And I just wanted to present my drafts to you today. Now, I found this tournament to be quite difficult to draft for, as the one name that stands out to me is Astralis, obviously, but you know, in these online tournaments, you never know about the motivation, you don't know about the form. But I think Astralis should be like the strongest favorite that we have seen in a long time in one of these tournaments, which is why I'm going to lean heavily into them. To the match opposite of them, it's really tough. BNE have been playing poorly online as they have been for as long as we've known them, and honestly, any of these three teams could make it to the semis. 00 Nation recently signed, haven't had too much practice probably. Ecstatic shown some decent results online in recent times, and Furia obviously have not been playing great online, still a new roster. Monty did beat Eternal Fire recently, but Aurora and Eternal Fire, I think that match could be an absolute banger. But I think I'm going to keep my faith in Monty and Astralis to reach the finals here, as I'm not impressed by Furia. And I think it's easier to go with the recency bias here of Monty beating Eternal Fire online just a few days ago. So my first draft, which is not my main draft, but it's one if you want to go a bit more risky. So honestly, we don't have many heavy hitters. Obviously, we have Device. You could swap him with Blame F if you want, at the same price. But I just feel like Device is the main fragging power in that lineup right now. So that's why I'm gonna go with him in basically every draft where I have him. And Krasnal and SDY have been decent online, but not to the standard we may want. But this is more of a risky pick, you know. Art, you never know what you're gonna get from him. Not the greatest rating in recent times, or probably ever. And Scenario is basically there only because he's playing in the quarterfinals immediately, so he gets that padding point. Those padding points, which is decent for a cheap player, you know, might not bring us that big of a negative deficit straight off the bat. But I'm not too much in love with this draft. Next up, we have a all on out, as I would love to have two Astralis players. And we have Krasnal, who has been a bit shaky, but sometimes okay online. Scenario again for the padding points, and Iceberg. You know, there's not much to choose from in that price bracket. So that's the player we're going to have to go for if we want this team with two Astralis players. Or with Device, who is so expensive. But I'm going to introduce you to my main draft. It's a bit of a safe draft. It's a bit of a boring draft. I like it, but I don't like it too much, because usually when I see these online tournaments, it's always that they have the winner always has a strong fragger who's going to carry them, and then some weaker players who suddenly start performing because it's online and we never know what's going to happen really. And this is my main draft. No Device, no Blame F. It hurts my soul, I know. But we have Stare, Bus, Synopsy, Demq, and Krasnal. And I think it's a solid all-around lineup. Now, I've had Synopsy in my drafts before, and he has never performed, but we have the padding points. We have not the strongest opponent coming up against them, whichever it is. So I think there's a chance for Synopsy to farm some points there, but it could be a total flop. That's the risks you have to take. Now, obviously, I would love to have Device or Blame here, but it's just not really feasible, as I've shown you with these previous drafts, that to get a strong team with one of those players in your squad. So I've settled for this. The rolls work out pretty okay. Not too thrilled on the entry fragger on Stair, as the rating's not too good, but the other ones are not too great either. You know, it's kind of difficult. I like this team, but I would love to have device, but this is what I'm going for. The 9+1 draft. I would love to hear your guys' opinions, even though I don't think this is going to be gathering huge traffic. This fantasy or this video, either one, as it's not one of the most popular, you know, it's a low tier tournament and everything. But I just wanted to make a video on one of these fantasy drafts, that there's so many fantasies going on, and I think there's so much content to be made. But yeah, I'm gonna try and keep this short again, so let me know what you think of the team, and I would love to hear your opinions on who you think is gonna pop off. Demka has been insane online recently. He's like a 1.11 rating in the last month, so I'm hoping he can keep that form up with his cheap price tag. But yeah, we have gone for an all-around team. Might pop off, might not, but that's the excitement with these online tournaments. You never know who's gonna pop off. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one.